Hello and welcome. It's Leon Street here, and I've got a really interesting topic, but also quite controversial, especially for the coach who isn't mastering the two skills that they need to master. And I'm going to give you a bit of preface to this, bit of backstory. So when I first got into business in general, yeah, I thought it was just all about being the best at whatever the service was, that I did. And at the time, I was a marketer, I ran a marketing agency. And a lot of people would say to me, do great work and you'll get, people who will refer you and blah, 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 blah. And, work will come your way. And in many respects, that's half the truth. Because the thing is, when, only a few people know about the great work that you do, you're never seen. Yeah. And you're not seen to the level or to the scale that's really going to make a difference in your business. And so what do you have? What's available to you? Well, there's two skills in particular that as a coach you have to master. And again, I'm going to give you a bit of backstory, because what I understood is that when I was running my marketing agency, I wasn't really getting the breakthroughs. I was doing great work. I was helping people. I knew I could help even more. And there was definitely things that I knew people could implement if only they knew the stuff that I knew and they could put it into their own business. Well, fast forward to when I jumped into the coaching business, and it was then more about, well, what can I do now to be different to when I ran my marketing agency? Because you'd expect, as running a marketing agency, I know all the key things that needed to happen to market the business successfully. But unfortunately, I had this mindset that was holding me back, which was to focus more on the service, find clients and just deliver the service, find clients and deliver the service. But actually, what needed to happen was a big shift in the way that I was approaching my business. So rather than just focus on the skills that I had and the service that I could deliver, I started to focus on how could I get more people to actually know about me. And this is where the big breakthroughs came. And so the biggest skills that you really need to master beyond just having your own basic skills to deliver the service that you offer to your clients as a coach are, number one, I'll pick this up. So number one is marketing. And for a lot of people, it may make sense. And for others, they'll be thinking, well, I'm a life coach, I'm a transformation coach. I don't really need to master marketing. Yeah. Or there may be, let's say, a business coach, and they'll probably say, well, look, I know how to run a successful business. I know what things need to be in place in terms of the goals, the plans, the short term, the medium, the long term goals, P&L accounts, really looking at that, looking at the team. Yeah. But in reality is, if you want to scale your business to 6 and 7 figures, what you've really got to master is marketing. That's your first skill. Why? Because if nobody knows about you, nobody can therefore buy your products or services. You see, the biggest killer of any business is the fact that nobody knows you exist. Yeah. And if you're going to combat the fact that nobody knows you exist, you've got to do the marketing, you've got to put your message out there. So rather than focusing on the skills, which by default, you should have the skills. So if you're out in the marketplace and you know that you can deliver and you have this integrity of being able to help somebody from point A to point B with the product or service that you have, the next natural step really is, well, you've got to tell people, you've got to sing from the rooftops, as they say, you've got to spread your message. You have to get out of obscurity. That's the biggest killer of any business. So the first skill you must master is marketing. Now, if you watched any of my previous videos, you'll probably see that I break down marketing by looking first at strategy. And so when it comes to strategy, one of the biggest things, and I'll give you a quick, simple kind of accelerated journey into marketing beyond strategy. So I'm just going to put here, strategy is this. Focus on a niche. Yeah. Do not be the person who can help everybody. Don't be the answer to everybody's problem. Yeah. Because if you simply say, look, I can help everybody, I've got the skills to help everybody, what will actually happen is you'll be able to sell to nobody. Get very specific on who you help. Clearly identify the person. Look at the demographics in terms of location, age, gender. Yeah. And when you pick age, pick a range between 5 years, 10 years maximum. Yeah. Decide on things like what's their income, what is the revenue of the business. So if it's a B2B client or if it's B2C, like you're a life coach and you just help the general public, you know, what income or salary are they on? Yeah. Can they afford the services that you sell? Yeah. What kind of lifestyle do they lead? What fears do they have? Get very specific. And once you start to get very specific, it's not just about knowing who you market to or going to market to. It's very much knowing what is it that that person is looking for when they come to the point of making a decision to first trust in the messages that they see from you, and then to make a buying decision to solve their problem with the product or service that you have. So when it comes to mastering, you know, two key skills, the first one is marketing. So let's jump to the second one. So if you're going to have this successful 6 to 7 figure business, and you know, if you're at, let's say 6 figures, 100,000, you want to scale up multi-6, you want to get to 7, you've really got to take this into consideration, and marketing has to be the conduit. Marketing is like if you have a megaphone, and when you talk through the megaphone, you're communicating your message. What you've got to do though is turn the volume up, and that's where the mastering of marketing comes into play. How can you scale up that message to reach more of the niche that you want to go after? So number 2, you may have guessed it already, but if you want to, you know, successfully grow your coaching business, number 2 is sales. Yeah. And for a lot of people, you're going to look at sales in 2 ways. You're going to look at sales as something that you don't naturally do, you don't really like, or you're going to look at it as when you sell and somebody buys your product or service, actually what you've done is serve them, because now you can serve them at the highest level. You don't want to be this person who just exists and give lots of free information, free content and never charges, because what you'll end up with is a charity, and the best charities actually make and turn a profit. So what you've got to do is focus on selling, because the more you sell, the more you decide that it's your duty to help those people who have the problem that your product or service or just natural skills can help solve. So you must master selling, and look at it, as I said, look at it not as just selling, not as being sleazy, not as being pushy, but somebody who serves. That's the biggest thing that you can do. Sales is serving at the highest level. And what I would say from that is simply this. If you were serious about scaling your coaching business, make it your duty. Yeah. No 2 ways about it. You start with marketing, get your message out there on the megaphone, and you complete and close the loop with selling. These are the 2 key things that you must master. You see, your natural skills in what you do in terms of running your coaching business, you know, whether you're a life coach, business coach, transformation, leadership, it doesn't matter what type of coach you are, because by definition, you should have already attained those skills or continually attain, you know, the skills around that key area in how you help people. But in order to grow your business and be successful in your business, marketing and sales are the key. Yeah. If you've hit the 6-figure mark, you probably understand that it's taken marketing and sales to get you there. But if you really want to scale things up, multi-6 figures, 7 figures, you need to turn the taps on, turn the volume up, and really take it to the next level by mastering these. Now, if you find marketing or sales a challenge, then what I'd love for you to do is underneath this video, simply comment hustle plan. And what I'll be able to do is send you a free training video, which is 51 minutes long. That comes with 5 resources, PDF resources, and 2 further walkthrough videos. And I'll give that training to you via an invite link that I'll send you on message. Just simply comment below this video. I'll send you the link and you'll be able to get access to this training, which will help you to take the first steps to mastering marketing and sales. It's Leon Street from businessownerelevation.com. I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.